is kind of a loose partnership of churches that a few years ago, in fact almost 6 years ago, refocused their ministry on serving the seniors in this county. Our seniors struggle with a lot of things. Their incomes are low and fixed. Many of our seniors live off $800 a month and $16 worth of food stamps. And they have another difficulty. Even grocery shopping is difficult for them. If they have the money to buy the groceries, they're often too frail to go shopping, dragging a grocery cart through a store, trying to get the groceries into the house and unloaded. They have health issues that make it difficult to go shopping. And a lot of them don't have transportation, which causes all sorts of other difficulties because they can't get to the doctors either. So we decided that we need to focus on meeting the needs of the seniors. So our ministry provides the food and it delivers to them. Now, Cooks is one of the members of that partnership. We have some other churches too, but Cooks is one of them, and it's been a long time supporter of SALT. Our focus is to make sure that people do not have to go without food, that we can reduce one of the things that they have to worry about. We have volunteers that are able to make this ministry go. Fortunately, we have a lot of committed volunteers. Bob Johnson told us one day, he said, we talk about blessing others by what we do, but we are the ones who really receive the blessing. And I believe our volunteers, that is the reason they do serve, because they are so blessed by what the response we get, our ability to serve people in meaningful ways that save lives, that change other people's lives. One of the things that has always struck me was the last words, or among the last words that Jesus told Peter. He said, Peter, feed my sheep. Feed my sheep. And so that's what we do. We do that both in the physical sense of providing their material goods, providing them food, and partly in the spiritual sense, where he wanted us to support the people that were in need. They are lonely. This has been a tough year for our seniors. It's been a tough year for everybody, but so many of them are isolated. They're home by themselves. Our teams go out on established routes, so they see the same people week in and week out. They learn their stories. They know what's going on with a lot of their families and know what health issues they have. And when these people are lonely, having a friendly, familiar face come in and chat with them for just a few minutes even helps them know in spiritually, because they see that someone cares, someone is serving, not out of any need they have, but because they care about them. I hear the stories, and the stories sometimes just about break my heart, and sometimes they lift my heart. I get calls from service organizations like hospice, like our home health care workers, our social workers, and they call because they are sending people home, and they've gone out and checked the homes and realized there's not food there. And I can't tell you how many calls I've got from them where they say, can you put them on a waiting list? I say, no, we don't have a waiting list. You give me their names and addresses and we'll have food out to them. And you can sense the relief because they're frustrated. They don't know how they're going to help them, and they are so happy that there is a resource for them. I get calls from people. Little lady called me this week and she said, I understand that y'all help with food, and I've been a little hesitant to call because I know so many other people need it more than I do. And I was able to tell her, the first time I've been able to do it too, ma'am, we have never not been able to feed somebody because we didn't have enough food. You don't need to tell us that you're taking food away from anybody else, because you're not. We've had volunteers that went to the door knocked on the door with a box of food, and had the door open and say, I didn't know what I was going to eat today. I didn't know where the food was coming from. I got a call from a woman the other day from San Antonio. I couldn't figure out why I was getting a call from San Antonio. Her brother, who lives on Martha Leeville, right down the road from the pantry, had been in an accident at work, broke his hip, broke ribs, injured his spleen, and she couldn't get out to help him. He was being released from the hospital, and she was concerned that he had no way to get food, had no way to get taken care of. She got on the internet, started looking for organizations, and the Mountain Druid Help Center said, call SALT. We were able to go over providing food, and I called her back and I said, we've got food over to your brother. And she said, you don't know how grateful I am not to have to worry that there's somebody there to help him. We have the one that just broke my heart. One of our volunteers came back, and we've just gotten a new family. We don't usually have too many families. Most of them is just a single person or maybe a husband and wife. This was a woman, elderly woman, who had her daughter living with her and 3 grandchildren. And they were living on $800 a month that the grandmother got. So we put together a bigger than usual food box because there was 5 people in the house. Put in some chocolate milk for the girls and some extra cereal and just a bigger food box. And the volunteer came back and said, one of the little girls opened that food box and said, Mama, this is just like Christmas. And you think, oh my God, Christmas for them is a box of food. That's why we do this. Because the needs are so great and the people are so grateful for what we can give them. And that's why I'm so grateful for our volunteers who are so faithful, so faithful. And the organizations, the other churches that provide us the support we need. A few days after the tornado, it hit just about a quarter of a mile from the pantry. We were without power for about a week. Fortunately, we had a generator and we kept it going. And we had 5 volunteer families who either lost homes or they were severely damaged. That Sunday we were delivering salt. And we have not missed a Sunday. We have not missed a week since the tornado. We have not had a single person come down with COVID. None of our volunteers have had it. We've had to change the ways we deliver. We make sure we wear our mask. We try to stay distanced. We don't get to hug our people. But we have been able to deliver. We've never missed a delivery, and we've never been able to not been able to meet the needs. That's the reason we serve, because those people need us, and thank God we're able to help them. That's it.